but Nick Bolton times it perfectly, and he comes in hands first and literally catches Jonathan Taylor mid-air and uses his pure strength to stop him mid-air and take him down. Of course, he had a little help from Dunlap down low, but it wasn't much. That was mostly all Nick Bolton that made that stop there, and that could have been a game changer. Welcome back to All Chiefed Up, where we do Kansas City Chiefs news, analysis, and more. The Chiefs are coming off an awful, ugly loss to the Indianapolis Colts in Indy, but we're going to try to look at the bright side of things. That defense, they look excellent, and one of the bright spots is who we're going to cover today on the highlight, under the lights, Nick Bolton.
Yeah, Nick Bolton looked really good yesterday. I thought our linebackers and Hole looked really good. We got some good plug and play from Harris because of the Willie Gay suspension. That was a huge bright spot for us. I thought Spags had the defense looking good all day long. I think everybody can agree the offense caused the loss yesterday. And besides the Chris Jones penalty, that was kind of a
BS.
Kind of BS. So other than that, though, the defense played really good, and I'm excited to talk about Nick Bolton today. Let's get it going.
Yeah, so Nick Bolton, he's only 22 years old. He's really young, big future ahead of him. He was born in the year 2000 in Frisco, Texas. He went to high school at Lone Star in Frisco. And then, of course, he went to college at Missouri. All of you guys know that already. Everyone thought he was going to be a first-round draft pick coming out, but for some reason he fell to the second round. I don't know if it was measurables or what, but it played right into our hands, and we grabbed Nick Bolton in the second round of the draft. And it's history since then. Last season, his rookie year was excellent. He had the most tackles on the team, and he's looking good this year so far.
Yeah, we took Nick Bolton with our first pick in the draft that year. Nick Bolton was supposed to be a first round pick. He slid into the second round. A lot of the analysts said he was too slow to play the position. If you've been watching Nick Bolton for the past 2 years, that was a big blunder by the analyst. The dude's quick. He can play. He's very smart. Yeah, it was a good pick, man. That's one of each best picks he's had since he's been here.
Absolutely. He was the best player we had on defense last year. Do you have any stats on last year for Nick Bolton?
So last year was Nick Bolton's rookie season. It was a really good rookie season. He actually had 99 total tackles, 57 solo. He had no sacks or no picks for the season, but he was always in good position. And I mean, just look at the game against King Henry. He dominated him last year.
Yeah, that was the only bright spot from that game. And moving forward to this year, he was one of the only bright spots in this game. Of course, the whole defense played well, but Nick Bolton played particularly well, which you called. You said that he would have a good game. I think he ended the game with like 9 tackles and 2 sacks or something like that. He got his first sack in the NFL. And we're going to show you a clip of that right now. He lines up directly over center. It looks like they have complete miscommunication between the center and the guard there, and they leave a wide open lane for Nick Bolton. And to me, Mike, it looks like he just does a smart play. He comes on the blitz. He realizes that they've missed the assignment. His closing speed's excellent. He has the awareness to throw the hands up. That way they can't get off a quick pass, and then he just closes in on the sack. What did you see on that play?
Yeah, I seen basically it was a blunder by the offensive line. Let's be honest. The center and the guard, they have a lot of miscommunication. The center kind of just peels off and goes to help, and Nick Bolton just comes right up the gut. Matt Ryan sees him initially. Nick Bolton is really smart right there. He throws his hands up. It's hard to run fast when your hands are straight in the air, man. But Nick Bolton, you could see, still had good
He was even doing this kind of thing.
Yeah, and he still had good closing speed. Calls Matt Ryan to have to like look down, kind of move out of the way or whatever. Nick Bolton still gets there and makes a crazy, like his whole body goes flying. But yeah, I think when I look at the play again, a very underrated part of that play was Harris coming off and eyeing the back out of the backfield. So Matt Ryan couldn't get down to his like hot dump down right there. And Harris like definitely spied him the whole way. He couldn't even have time to look. And it was a beautiful play by Nick Bolton, man.
Yeah, so just a clean, decisive, got back there as fast as he could, sack. A lot of guys, when they see a misassignment like that, it might cause them to stutter for a second that, hey, it's this wide open, you know. But he didn't even think about it. Just pure instincts took over, and he made the smart play and got the sack. He also had sack number 2 in the NFL in this game as well. Mike, do you want to take that one?
Yeah, so in sack number 2, man, it was kind of an odd looking like setup there by Spags. It was very clever. He actually had Chris Jones out on the left edge. He had Wharton, but Wharton was standing up at the time, right next to Nick Bolton. Nick Bolton come up to the line, was standing up right next to Wharton. George Karlaftis was playing the defensive tackle there, right over the center. Then you had Frank Clark all the way out on the right edge. When the ball snapped, the guard The right guard, Danny Pinter, I believe is how he pronounces his name. He looks towards George Karlaftis to double team because he sees Wharton drop back into pass coverage. It's a little zone blitz. He obviously misses the fact that Nick Bolton just runs right by him. And Nyheim Hines, he slides over. He's a little late, but he does get there. Nick Bolton blows him up and just like absolutely gets to Matt Ryan within a split second. Dude, what a play, man.
Yeah, so we've talked about this before. Spags likes to mix up the packages and stuff, and we told people time and time again that he will put defensive ends on the inside, which he did with George Karlaftis, and he pushed Chris Jones to the outside. So I really like that package right there. I feel like that could be very effective in a lot of situations. But you're right, Danny Pinter, their right guard. It looked like that Tershawn Wharton got him a little off. He thought maybe he should help double team George Karlaftis, and he didn't notice Nick Bolton blitzing till the last second, so he was late getting there. And then, like you said, Bolton just completely obliterated Nyheim Hines and came in behind Matt Ryan. And the minute that he tried to cut back, it was too late. The sack was there. Good play by Bolton. Good play by the defense as a whole.
Right. I kind of like the idea that Wharton just peels off and goes into coverage. You never expect a defensive tackle of his size to be able to do that. Pinter was probably super confused and was like, hey, man, I'm just going to hit George Karlaftis. I don't know what to do here. And I don't think it was a super delayed blitz, but Bolton timed it just perfectly enough to let that guy be like, hey, man, Bolton ain't coming. And then Bolton's like, sorry about your luck, boy. Here I come. So, yeah, good play, man. Good play.
There was one more play from Nick Bolton in that Colts game that I'd like to highlight. It was actually a 4th and 1, and he stuffed Jonathan Taylor getting that 4th and 1. And that could have been a pivotal part of the game if the offense wasn't so stagnant and useless yesterday. But, however, back to the play, Nick Bolton, he times it perfectly. Jonathan Taylor comes in and tries to leap the line to get to that 1 yard marker there and get the first down. But Nick Bolton times it perfectly, and he comes in hands first and literally catches Jonathan Taylor midair and uses his pure strength to stop him midair and take him down. Of course, he had a little help from Dunlap down low, but it wasn't much. That was mostly all Nick Bolton that made that stop there, and that could have been a game changer.
Yeah, so we knew Indy what they were going to do right there. We knew you were handing the ball to Jonathan Taylor. Now, what we didn't know, are they going to go up the middle? Are they going to try to get to the outside? I would say Jonathan Taylor's going right up the gut. I don't think. I mean,
Right.
he's quick. Let's be honest, but I don't know if I want to put him to the edge. So the Chiefs knew, the defensive line knew to collapse. I think you even had Justin Reed come up to the line and was hitting the receiver right there at the line. So we stacked the line. We crashed in low, and it opened up Jonathan Taylor to leap the pile. It looks like Jonathan Taylor actually leaped a little too early, and that probably caused him to be like, kind of slowing down by the time he got to the point where he needed to hit Nick Bolton. But Nick Bolton did not leap too early. He perfect timing, like you said. He put his hands out. He pretty much stops him in midair. Like he looked like straight up Superman. How Superman flies through the air. And it was amazing, dude. Like that play just shows why Nick Bolton has been a beast this entire season and why he was such a good draft pick. And yeah, I mean, I'm just looking for Nick Bolton to be such a bright future on this team, man.
Yeah, so what really impressed me with that was Nick Bolton's patience because everyone knew they're giving the ball to Jonathan Taylor. They're going to take it straight up the middle, get the 1 yard, and go on about their business. A lot of the players would just assume to go ahead and hit the middle right there, hit it low, and try to stop him. But he had the patience to stand there and wait and notice that Jonathan Taylor opted to go for that leap there. So it gave him the advantage because he knew he could go up top and stop him. If he hadn't done that and he had gone low with everybody else, it would have been a first down.
Yeah, so it was a beautiful play. And overall, he's just had a good season, man. He had 10 tackles against the Cardinals in week 1. He had 10 tackles against the Chargers in week 2. Yesterday, he had 9 and 2 sacks, man. Got the first 2 sacks of his career. So this is looking like it's going to shape up to be a good sophomore season from Nick Bolton. Hopefully he don't hit that sophomore slump at any point. But yeah, man, I think Nick Bolton's going to be a force to be reckoned with. And this defense as a whole can only get better.
Yeah, I see no sophomore slump in his future. I think he's going to keep on rolling. He's going to be our most vital part of the defense probably all year, which is great. He should lead the team in tackles, and that's exactly what I think he'll do. So, yeah, props to Nick Bolton on a good game yesterday, a good rookie season. And man, I'm just happy to have him here in Kansas City. So that's definitely a bright spot for us.
Yeah, man, that's going to wrap it up on Nick Bolton today, though. If you guys liked what we talked about, let us know. If you like videos like this, let us know in the comments. Let us know how many tackles you think Nick Bolton's going to finish this season with, and do you think he's going to be a Pro Bowl player? Because I think this year Nick Bolton goes to the Pro Bowl. Steve, what about you?
Pro Bowl, 100 plus tackles. I'm calling it right now. I think that's light work for Nick Bolton, right? It's going to be a good year. It's going to be a good year.
Nick Bolton may get up to like 300-400 tackles. Let him work, baby. Let him eat.
All right, guys, if you enjoy the content, make sure to smash that like button right now. If you're not a subscriber yet, hit that subscribe button. We're trying to get to 5,000 before the season ends, and we're going to need your help. Make sure to use that share button at the bottom. Put us on your social media. Share us with other friends, family, and Chiefs fans. That way we can get more of you in here. Also, hit the bell. You get notifications when we come out with new content. And one more thing, if you have a super thanks over $4.99, we are going to send you out some keychains and some stickers. Man, I'm trying to be, optimistic after yesterday. So I'm gonna try to stay in a good mood, Mike. What about you?
Yeah, it's tough. That was a tough loss, but it's just 1 week in the season. We knew we wasn't going to run the table. The Colts aren't as bad as they look. Let's be honest. They're a playoff team.
Well, I feel like the special teams, it was just one of those days, man. Like it's just one of them freak things. Like surely God's special teams can't ever be that bad again. But if they can get that offense straightened out and figure out what's going on with the chemistry between Mahomes and Bieniemy and everything, and we can just get that offense looking halfway normal, I think it's going to be a big year for us. So, and the rest of the AFC West, they're sinking, baby. They're sinking. Rashawn Slater gone. Herbert hurt. Their fans are already crying on Twitter, talking about how they're mad that they get so pumped all year, and then 3 games into the season, their season's over, and they're crying about it. So,
who called that? Everybody.
All right, guys, enjoy the rest of your night. We'll see you back here tomorrow.
See you guys.
There goes a sight from my soul. There goes a sight, there goes a sight.